Discovery World on Market held a Veterans Day celebration to show their appreciation for veterans, active military, and their families. Our Logan Riggenbaugh was in Parkersburg with more.
Discovery World on Market Street held a Veterans Day celebration on Sunday. They offered free admission for veterans, active military, and their families. Kaylee Neal, a worker at Discovery World, said there are many activities for kids to do.
Here at the museum, you just get to discover all over the building. From our first floor to third, there's so much to do here.
Kids could play to their heart's content. They could build things on the third floor, or they could play with the air tubes on the first and second floors. Neal said it's important to remind veterans and active military they are appreciated.
As a military spouse myself, I appreciate from active and veteran families. They have just put so much time and effort to serving our country, so any way we can give back to them just by a simple gesture of free admission to a children's museum, it helps them feel very appreciated. So we just really love to support them, especially here at Discovery World.
The event was sponsored by Jan Dill's Attorneys at Law, who covered the admission costs. Reporting from Parkersburg, I'm Logan Riggenbaugh for WTAP News. This is home.